beautiful souls. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Jeanette and I am a high vibrational being. And I'm back. Back with a quick message or messages that I've received from the Most High God. Sorry. I've been drinking lots of water. Hello. Welcome back. I've been healing. I am not guided to do oral card messages, tarot card messages. I threw out all of my written cards, messages that I received that I was guided to write on cards. I threw those out. What I'm really going to keep is more of the oracle cards, which are more, to me, gives me a lot of information on different guidance on spiritual paths for people. I know I am on, everybody's on their own timeline, everybody's on their own space, their own healing, whatever you're going through. We're all in different levels of consciousness and awareness, and that's the truth. But I have here a couple of things that I was guided to write. These were thoughts, these were messages coming through. I see them through visions. I see them through my intuition. I see them through the outside world. I get these messages in all forms and I write them down. And I always confirm with the Creator if what I was seeing and what I was receiving is true. But I did receive some messages and I haven't been on here. I am going through my own spiritual awakening. I am in my own space. I do not give power to anything that is not of the highest good. I do not entertain the noise outside. I am in my own journey. There was a reference that I was given earlier. I'm riding my own chariot and I am moving forward, and everything that comes to the left, to the right, does not affect me, because I know the power that I hold within me. I know the journey that I'm going on. I know the power and the blessings that is on my life, and the mission that I'm here to do, I will accomplish it. There's no force, no belief system, nothing that can distract me from continuing the journey that I am on. For that, I am humbly thankful for the healing that I continue to do every single day of my life. And I see things not as a hinder. I see it as lessons. Everything that that I have experienced in life needed to happen. We all have our contracts that we came into this world with. And to fulfill those contracts, we had to go through a lot to understand who we truly are. As children of the stars, as children of the most divine source, creator, prime source energy. So the last time, I think I was here a few, okay, I did that. On the 18th, in my vision, this was about 7 a.m. I saw two women dressed in yellow. They could have been for another culture. This could have been a vision that I received, maybe a past life vision of some kind. They were doing some sort of ceremony or ritual. They were trying to they were using smoky quartz crystals. So I believe the vision, what I was receiving was a healing, going through a healing process. But there was more, but I didn't see too much. Then later on in the afternoon, I wrote down, my guidance is telling me that anyone who is working against our prime source creator, doing any kind of injustice to his children, your days are numbered. This is what God has given me to tell the collective. It is coming down in our world, days, even months, for you to be brought up on charges that may land you in jail for years. You have been warned many times to stop doing these things that you have been doing. Now, since you don't believe God is real, the world and you will know that there is no force more greater than the prime creator, source itself. You thought no one was watching you when you was at those grave sites. You thought no one saw you when you were poisoning your friends, your spouse, your lover, your family members, and humanity at large. You thought all of your sacrifices to idols was going to bless you with so much worldly riches. You thought that the lives of children would go without notice. You thought that stealing from the poor was going to continue and not be reprimanded for your actions. You thought by traveling around the world, using women, men to take from their lives and family would. You sent people around the world to use children, using women and men to take lives away from other people's family members. And you thought this was going to be unnoticed. Oh, dear ones, how full of surprises you must be feeling, experiencing many life changes of events in your life that you worked so hard to do to destroy God's children. But we have awakened. We are no longer blinded to the lies We are no longer submitting to false gods, systems, institutions, programs. We know who we are. We are sovereign beings of truth, of love, joy, happiness. And we are children from the stars that are here to heal, help, awaken, ground, and create a world of peace, joy, happiness, abundance for all, and live peaceful. No wars, no division, only unity. I was given a number on 1119, but I just have to go back here and tell those lost souls who have done injustice, there is time for you still have time to turn your life around. You still have time to surrender. You still have time to speak your truth. Free yourself from your own blockages, your own shadows, your own pain. There is nothing holding you back. Everything is that we were taught, that we were trained to believe, was not. It's not who we truly are. Whatever illusions they placed, those systems are now being taken down, making space for new. Whatever is going on in your life, that is exactly what is going on in the world. If you're feeling peaceful, you feel this, you see this. Not blinded to what is going on in the outside world. You're not in a mental fog. I know I'm not in a mental fog. I speak from my experience. Because I've been through all this. I experienced all this. I experienced so much throughout my whole lifetime. That's why I'm here. I am here to speak about the experiences that I went through in my life. Speak about the awakening that has been occurring in my life. Because nobody will believe it if you don't experience it, if you're not open to receive it. There is no greater love than the love that God has for his children. There's no greater peace that you have when you make it right with your divine creator. You start peeling off those layers of shadows, of lessons that you have faced. Nothing was done intentionally to you. It is to awaken you. Our DNA is being much activated at this time. I don't know how many of you are feeling it, are seeing it. It all happens within you first, within you, before you see it outside. There is no division for me. There's only unity. There's no hatred in my world. There's only peace and love for all of God's creation. As I continue, this was 11/24/25. As I continue my spiritual journey, there are things I still needed to heal. The biggest awareness I have connected myself to is that we create our own reality. When we create that, there are things, forces, or any kind of energy that we believe have power over us, then we create our own blockages. If you believe that outside forces, that these things that they speak about, these rituals, whatever blockages, if you believe that, if you believe that people have control of you, then you're blocking your blessing. You're blocking your growth. Because there's no greater power than the power of God and love. When we walk by faith and not by sight, we trust our divine source, God, who is within us. He's not outside. He's not going to come down. He's not going to save you. He's not coming down from the heavens. There's nothing that's going to come and save you. And there is no weapon that is formed that can ever harm God's children. I truly believe once we connect to our Christ consciousness, we are at a level of consciousness that connects us to our field of protection. I am trying to explain everything I've been through in my life by sharing my experiences through this platform. And I am so happy that I've been guided to do this because it shows my true self going on this journey using the spiritual gifts I've been blessed with. I have shared my dreams, messages. I've shared every important milestone, the different levels of consciousness. I've been reading these past 5 years and 8 months. It's never been a fake experience. It has all been so real. If you have been following me since my Instagram days, where I was posting my videos at first, you see my transformation. I went from wearing different hair, dress, hats, scarves, even clothes, trying to find where I fit in. And I figured it out, that I didn't have to be like everybody. I could be myself and just talk about my truth, no matter what outfit or makeup weight was appropriate. I didn't have to hide anymore. I was guided to speak everything I've been through in life and sharing it with humanity. I have lost family members physically through the transitions to the spiritual world, and I have been separated by my children and my only sister because I needed to go on this spiritual path alone. They did not understand, and that I did not judge them. I just knew we needed to separate because I needed to heal from all of the unawareness I was programmed to release. I didn't leave them because I didn't love them. On the contrary, I always had unconditional love for them. This was something I needed to do on my own and then share with the world. There is a plan for each and every one of us that was set by our Creator, Prime Source. And if I fail to follow the contract, I don't believe I would be here today sharing this journey with you all on this platform. I have shared so much. I have shared my fears. I have shared the deaths that have occurred in my life, my family members. I have shared my illnesses. I have shared my truth about the relationships that I have had that was not healthy for me. I have shared my connection to the galactic, the universal federation of galactic beings, my starseed family. I'm not ashamed of them. I don't hide them. I stand in my truth and believe that everything that is going on in this world has to happen, needed to happen. It was written down in the Bible. And people that don't see the truth, you will soon see it. And it's really up to you because nobody could force you. We all have free will. I have shared the tracking of devices. I have shared the tracking of the military. I have shared the tracking of cameras in my home, in my space of where I was living at, the chemicals, the poisoning. All this is true. All this I faced, and I faced it with love, and I faced it with the strength of the divine Father and the faith that I have, because I walk by faith. I don't walk by sight. I see and I feel. And I have kind of connection to the divine source, Father, God, the angels, the ancestors, spirit animals. I speak to animals. I speak to the trees. I speak to the plants. Because I know the connection I have to everything that God has created in this world. The cards that I was given to reveal people's secrets, and even through my consciousness. When you're connected to everything, you see everything. You see all the trickeries. You see all of the falseness. You see all of everything that is happening. I'm an ancient soul, and I keep saying it. I am a reincarnated being. Billions of years I've been on this earth in different vessels. This is a vessel. What counts is what's in here. The spirit, the soul, remembers everything. Once you begin to activate your DNA strands, you receive these light codes, you go into meditation, you see the truth, you receive, you connect yourself to source. I never denied I was not a starseed. I never denied I wasn't from, I always knew I was different. And other people did too. And I didn't know how much, I wasn't even aware how much of their attacks that they tried to take me out. But what God has for you, He will not. When you are here in pure love to help humanity, healing with our frequency and our vibrations. The magnetic field, the alignment. I didn't know anything about that before. I didn't know how powerful we truly are. I had no idea. I had to be broken down. I had to experience again. I came into this world again to experience everything that I have experienced in my lifetime. To understand who I am, who God is, and the connection we have to each other. I see God in everyone because God is expressing itself through every being. I don't judge. I don't have hatred. I don't do malice. I don't envy. I don't judge you. I don't judge no culture. I don't look down on anyone. I am humbly thankful for everything I've experienced. I have no regrets. I am not ashamed of my past. Nobody should be ashamed of their past. We came here to learn. Forgive ourselves. Have compassion for one another and not repeat the same thing over and over and over and over and over again. Comes a time that you get tired. That you say, you know what, I already had enough broken jaws. I already had enough broken ribs. I had enough smoking weed. I had enough drinking liquor. What am I doing to myself? I love me too much. Going to bed with all types of people. Not understanding how beautiful and sacred our temple is. This is the temple that holds the divine source creator. To receive divine contact from higher vibrational beings. Yes, our future self, our higher self, the aliens, whatever you want to call it. Whoever you connect with. I don't connect with dark sources or forces. Not to say I am not balanced with it, because I had to learn from the dark to balance the dark and the light, not judging it. Very grateful. Very thankful for my shadows. I really believed and I thought that once I awoken, that was it. I didn't have no idea there was more to this journey than what it. I truly have experienced these 5 years and 8 months, 9 months, whatever it is, that I've been on this journey. And I'm very thankful. Every person that has came into my life that I don't know, that has done things behind closed doors that they thought that they was getting away with, I thank you. All, every blockages that was sent, I thank you. Remember, you didn't put those blockages. Everything is divine timing. God is always the one in control. Ain't no human in control. Ain't nobody outside of God has any power or control over any of his children. The illnesses, the poisoning, the tracking, the stalking, the whatever, it is what it is. It is what it is. I thank you. Each and every one of you. It's a blessing. And I'm glad you came into my life. You taught me a lot. He taught me how not to be. He taught me to love you regardless. Regardless. This was on 11/20/24. Today about 12:30 p.m. I saw two orbs of energy, and I was in the gym, and I was in this certain area, and I seen these two orbs just go like this, flashing, like there were other people there, but I saw them. I believe, but my level of consciousness is rising to a very high level. Then after that, my heart, the 3D heart, it felt very painful. It has been like this throughout this whole entire evening, the whole entire day. And as I'm writing this at 5:50 p.m., well, we have 5/5, right? 5/5 is 10, right? It's an ending and a beginning. I work with numbers. I work with sacred geometry. I work with symbols. I channel these messages because I don't see them just to see them. I see them because there's a message behind it. Like I said, I'm an ancient old soul. You start to remember who you are. I feel someone someone has a very heavy heart. They are holding on a lot of pain and hurt. They feel they have caused someone's life. They have caused pain in someone's life. I believe this person will experience a near life death experience, which they will return back a different person once they go through this awakening. And I get a lot of ringing in my ears. There's different tones that I'm receiving. Noises, different things that is, it's a connection. It's like a radio. I can't explain it. I believe you go through this. I believe they have to go through this to understand everything they have done and to find forgiveness for themselves. Believe that God is real and be open to love themselves and others unconditionally. I may know this person, and I just pray that they trust in their divine guidance. Everything that happens, if you know how to work with the energy and read the energy, you see the signs. There was a crow. A crow yesterday in the morning. I saw the crow over my head. I see signs, symbols. They're not coincidence. That's why we read upon them. We learn about the energies. And it activates within us the remembrance. I trust my intuition. I trust the guidance. I trust my Father, God, Creator. I trust everything that I've been guided to do in this life, in this past 6 years, to awaken the collective, not only me, but others. And it just all happened that it happened during the when we was under surveillance, under this quarantine time. It's the best gift God could ever give to any being is to remember the connection that we have with our divine source, God. I also saw a blue jay yesterday, 11:25. Was it this morning? What's today's day? I don't know. I don't even know what's today's day, to be honest. And this was a place where I feed the birds. I speak light language. I speak a language that is not of this world. It's a healing language. I write light language codes. I create art for healing. Art is not perfect. I'm very humbled and thankful that my art was featured at an art exhibit and is being sold. I am humbly thankful for that. You never know what you have until you start to use your creative creation. Be open. You are good enough. You are worthy enough. You are beautiful. You are loved. You're never alone. You're very successful. You're very loving. Don't allow people or places or things to tell you different. You don't need a life coach to tell you who you are. You don't need to enroll in a guru school. I learned this all on my own. I learned to research, even though I was a researcher before, because clinical social worker, I researched all my work. And I experienced, which speaks more volumes than anything else, your wisdom, your experiences, your truth. I don't know if you guys have been feeling this energy that is happening. I feel it. My meditations, it's so vivid, so clear. The connections to the light beings, to my this three-eye atlas energy. Lots of water, doing lots of stretches, lots of meditation. I don't hang around people. I don't feel right. I don't believe that there's certain people I could be around with at some throughout the day, but there's times that I need to separate myself. I can't be around people all day. It's a distraction. It really is. And it's like when I was going through this spiritual journey in the beginning, it took me in May of last year to be around people. I was really, really secluded. I was really on a very, very spiritual path where I was learning and integrating all the wisdom and all that knowledge within my being and being still. Reading books, lots and lots of books about my ancestors, about this world, about Antarctica, about MK Ultra. I didn't know about these things. MK Ultra, I didn't know about what was an op. I was like, why are people talking about ops? Who are ops? I didn't know what was ops. I didn't know people follow you with their laptops, with their phones, and take pictures of you. I had no idea. I had no idea. I know there's different cultures, different rituals that is done, um, beliefs that people were raised on, sacrifices that people have done to um, receive wealth, receive things that they wanted. They would sacrifice certain things, people, children. I had no idea that this world was, there was a big, cloud. And people were being programmed to follow, placed on fear. But this were shadows that we needed to face and say, you know what? No longer. Say thank you. I speak of my son because my son was a big awakening for me as well. I know he fulfilled his contract. Everybody has an expiration date. We are all here. We are all here. We all have a contract. And this, like, I see this world that everybody is playing their role. Like each actor is playing their role in everybody's life. Our children, our friends, our families, our extended families. I mean, I thought my family was my real family. But this is a vessel. Once again, we belong to a creator, source, who is within all of us. I'm tired of looking at uh, these YouTube channels with their tarot cards. I mean, if you don't know where you at in your life, if you are watching tarot cards to see where other people's life is going, you're wasting your time. You're not doing your work. You, we can't save everybody. But if you recognize your worth, you will take those readings and use it for your benefit. What needs to change in your life? How can I become a better person? What can I do to contribute to humanity? What is lacking in my life? Why do I feel alone? I don't feel alone. I don't feel neglected. I don't feel persecuted. I don't feel none of those stuff. I don't feel none of those. I don't feel why me? I don't feel my life should be better. I don't feel that. I know that I am always at the right place, at the right time, at the right moment, and I am always guided by the Spirit. I don't have to be on YouTube all day, every day, giving messages. That's not who I am. It's not. I did my share of putting out the truth for the last 5 years. Every message that I received from dreams, these have been from celebrities that have came into my visions. These have came from government systems. These have came from, oh my God. I shared every experience with you guys. Honestly. Nothing was fake. I always provided proof when I could provide proof. Now, to those messages that I said that people were doing things that I knew them, that I knew their names, that I gave their addresses to, that I gave their information on, I would have put it out if I didn't believe and if I wasn't guided by the Holy Spirit to put it out there. I pray for each and every soul that was these past life. These were past life souls that came in vessels. Once again, to try to destroy God's children. It is what it is. Okay, this time you failed. This time you have no authority over the power of God. I am a healer. I heal through. I use crystals. I use the energy of the Most High God. Reiki, healing, and I learned it on my own because I remember symbols, meditation, herbs, sound bowls. It's a lot of healing techniques that we use versus pharmaceutical. When you know who you are, you know your Arcturian families, you know the connection you have to the Pleiadians, you know the connection you have to the Lyrans, you know the connections you have to the Venetians, the Blue Avians, all these beautiful benevolent beings that have been here, that always been here, that are here in human form. And you people attack angels. High vibrational beings that are in human form, and you have no idea who you're attacking. You have no idea the connections. The spiritual realm, the benevolent beings. You want to come and attack. You want to come and try to hurt beings that are here to help raise the consciousness. Help stop these ways of behaviors. Stop them from oppressing one another, enslaving humanity. You want to stop God's plan? I don't think you understand. What you're doing. I really don't believe you are programmed to be in a space I can't even say it. I can't even say it. I can't. Because it was really, really sad. It's really sad. But many of you are awakening. Many of you, your awakening is going to take you to places where you have to say, wow, something I did to deserve that. Something that I did to change my life around. This energy is about love. This energy, this frequency, this vibration, there's no harm that you could do. Whatever plans you have, whatever you try to destroy, it won't happen. It won't happen. The frequency of this planet is so high. I have to let you guys know and understand that when I meditate and I do certain positions of yoga or anything, I hear the earth. You can laugh at that one. I hear the Schumann, that heartbeat of Mother Gaia. That's the connection. When you truly are connected to everything there is, you hear, you feel. I go out into nature. I hug the trees. I speak to the water. I speak to the rocks. I speak to the animals. I'm not scared. I'm not ashamed, and I don't care who's watching. I'm here to help. Like I said, this vessel is only a vessel. What's in here, the consciousness, the awareness, the level. To be a conscious being is understanding that every word, everything that we put out has to come from a space of love and understanding and compassion. Seeing things from a higher perspective. Not taking things personal. Remember, we are all playing. We are all actors in this world at this time. We all came from certain past lives. A lot of us are old souls. A lot of us had to come here with karmic debt. And start healing. Start healing. Some of us came down directly from a very high conscious being of light. Came into this world and experience all the density that we needed to release, go through horrific, what people would say horrific, abuse, to go back to the light and do it with so much love and not anger, and persevere through every obstacle that was placed in your life. From childhood to adulthood. God's children will inherit the earth. There will not be any more homelessness, abuse of power, banking systems taking, credit card system taking from the poor. You don't have to apply for a credit card anymore. You won't need to apply for credit card anymore, because you will be on that frequency of that vibration that you will be able to have whatever you want. Those systems that were placed taxing humanity, stealing people's properties, mortgages, people that brought homes, still paying for their homes when they have done paid out their home, still paying. There's no need for that. There's no need for that. There's none. It was a system to enslave you. But God's children are awakening. And those who are star seeds, those who are light workers, those of you who are here healing, working to reveal the truth, healing through your music, through your art, through your work, through your words, through your guidance. Whatever you do, when you do it with love, because that's what's going to pay off. Your vibration of love, that's what's going to be so abundant, because when you are in this frequency, when you are in this energy that you want for all, that you're not at service to self, that is what you are going to receive. There's no more lack. That's the world we're creating. Free energy. Gas, oh my God, devices that is homes, services, schools for the children, that they will learn with love and not competition, not competing against each other. No one is better than anyone. I never saw that. I never, everybody was always, I saw people, I saw friends that always wanted to be better than the next one because they had Gucci, because they had jewelry, because they had cars, because they had all this, but was they really happy? Was they really happy? Did they have to do things to get these luxury items and always have to watch behind their backs because they didn't know what was coming? Their work ethic was not of love. They were stealing from the poor to maintain a status. That's the program that was programmed on humans to work against one another. You don't need to be programmed anymore. You need to believe if you want to believe that you are the creator of your own reality. That you don't need to submit to any being outside of yourself to receive the rewards that God has for all of us. This world is full of energy. Everything is energy. Everything is energy. Every energy flows. It flows. There's food. There's water. There's air. There's the sun. There are cycles that we go through. There are planting of seasons. There are creations that we could create. But we need to release what doesn't serve. Let go of those limited belief systems. Those credit cards, those loans, those programs that they're putting out now that if you buy a crystal, you're going to manifest. I'm just blown away. There's crystals that say if you buy this crystal, you can manifest. But did they teach you that you need to heal yourself first? Did they teach you that God is the source? God within you. Within you. God is in here, in your heart. It's been a journey, and I really enjoyed myself telling you about it. Because I don't know how many people do it. I don't know who does it. I don't know who. I don't know. There's a lot of systems that are going through changes. Don't ever believe everything that you see in the media. There are things that are being put out there to put fear in people's lives. And that's how they siphon your energy. Don't believe everything you see is true. Don't believe everything you hear is true. I laugh at some of the things that I come across. I just laugh. I'm like, I see the real and I see the, and I was like, you know what? I pray for all, for all. I pray for you all. I pray for you to receive all the discernment that you need to see. That you are guided back to the Most High God. That you heal from your wounds. And don't, going back to the past doesn't serve. It really doesn't. It was there to teach you. I can't see from Flora. It is what it is. What can I say? You call it tweaking, I call it love. That's just truth. You call it tweaking, I call it love. Sorry to burst your bubble. But I pray for you. I pray for you and I love you and I thank you. I thank you. God sees you too. Sees everything, knows your intentions, knows your heart. I see you, but I send you nothing but love. Yeah, you see these shows on YouTube as well. It's like these people in Congress. They are players. They are actors and actresses. You got to use your discernment. You got to know exactly what is being shown to you. There's lots of false narratives, lots of fake news. Like Donald Trump used to say, now I know the witch hunt. The witch hunt is a world full of illusions. A world where the these false systems are being replaced, making room for new. I don't do drugs. I don't smoke. I don't drink. I don't have sex. I'm in meditation. So if I am in a world of beauty and love and so much compassion and understanding and intelligence, then I must be in the right place. And with the God that is pure love. I had this person tell me, or try to, I know everything is not love and light, but I know the heart that I hold. And I know I hold no anger towards any human being. And I know I will never, ever, 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 ever send out any attack against anyone. I will not work with energy that is not of God. I work with the light. I do have darkness. Don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted. I have ancestors, and I have a spiritual team that is very protective. I have my Egyptians, ancestors. They're very, very protective. I have the angelic that are very protective. And I have the angels, the galactic family. All that is going to be exposed. And people knock us out because we are star seeds. You have your free will. You can lie all you want. You'll find out soon. You'll find out soon. Nothing is ever a secret. Why you think these monuments, all these how you say it, things that are going up in the skies is what? Explain that one to me. What you want to say that's going up in the sky? Let me hear your theory. Let me see your intelligence. Where's your level of intelligence? Explain that to me. What studies have you done? What internal messages are you getting? I ask questions, but nobody answers. I write down messages. I have several books, notebooks. I have hundreds and hundreds of books that I research and read. I have thousands of videos that I put up on YouTube. My whole journey, my entire journey, my entire experience. When I started doing makeup, when I was, how you say it, I had my pulmonary, I had that accident I had surgery in my ankle that led to pulmonary embolism, right? Had that documented on my YouTube. Putting on makeup when I first started. And it's just, I look back at those videos. And even when I was back in those videos, God was always with me. I was always channeling messages. And I had no idea that this was what I was doing. I was channeling. I always, always, always had God in my heart. Always. And I always told these people who were abusive to me that no matter what you do, or no matter what anyone does, there's a God. There's a God. And I don't retaliate by wanting to hurt somebody, because that's not my heart. To go after somebody because they chose somebody else or they hit me. I hit back, don't get me wrong. But I will not allow anyone ever to come into my life that is going to ever disrespect me, that is ever going to dictate to me how I'm going to live my life, how to honor my father, how to um, serve humanity, tell me how to dress, what to eat. I will never allow anyone ever again to come into my life and plain out lie to me. Once you lie to me, it's like, okay, show me who you are. I don't allow liars in my life. I will call you out in a moment because I see right through you. I don't have relationships with people that gets very close for them to come into my space. I'm still healing. I'm still going through my transformation. Nobody comes to my home. I'm very thankful and very blessed for what I have. Always did, even when I didn't have. Even when I was asking for $5 from the collective. When I needed something to eat, God always provided. There was one person, well, I had a couple of people that looked out for me. You know who you are, and I am forever humbly thankful. But when I moved, you was there, and I appreciate you. I thank you. For this other person, I thank you. When I thought I wasn't going to get, I received. I'm forever thankful. You don't have to have millions to be happy. Happiness is within. It's not about the money. It's not about the luxury. It's about the love you have for yourself, for the Creator, and for all. That is abundance. When you feel good, you are healing, and you don't let outside noises to distract you, you are powerful. You don't let nobody come into your world and dictate to you how to live your life, what God to serve. When you know you serve the Creator of all, you're on the right path. When you have love for yourself, when you have love for others, and you forgive those who have hurt you, that is, you don't want me to talk. They don't want me to talk. Am I talking too much? I'm going to keep talking because that's being transparent. When you come out here looking like in your PJs, okay, with a headband in your head, okay, in your bed, around beautiful, I mean, I like my space. I love my space. I love the energy that I put into my space. When you put good energy into your space, you get good energy. You receive that. You create that world of beauty. This is now. But God has a bigger plan. Bigger plan. I believe. I threw out all those cards. Remember those cards that I used to? I threw them all out. I threw all my handmade cards. Those messages I already gave. Everything that I exposed is happening at this time. Every message that I gave to the collective about the systems, about our ETs, about everything. Everything that I exposed on this channel. And I did it from a space of love. It was to awaken. It wasn't to condemn. And throughout this journey, I've learned. From my mistakes as well. I learned that we had to go through this. And to understand that they tried to separate us. Again, cause conflict with the false narratives of the media, where these protests is against one another. That was part, and I'm glad that they did not succeed. We are when you come from love and you don't see color, you don't see status, you don't see religion, you don't see anything that's separate. That's unity. We are unifying the world. And we are doing it through being compassionate, understanding, and loving and caring. And the systems that has been broken down within us is being broken down outside of us to make space for new. When you sit and meditate, let me tell you, healing from your root chakra, your sacral chakra, going up the solar plex, the heart, the throat, the third eye, the crown. When I was doing when I awakened my Kundalini, I saw every chakra activating, one after the other. That's when I got to the crown chakra, that's when everything went. It opened up. My field, the white light came through. And I saw the chains. I saw my whole life review from that moment to my birth. And it was like, I can't really, it was like a movie that was going so quickly. I was trying, and coming back from that, it was like, and to do it alone and to experience this awakening and not knowing what had just happened and just writing down the things that I experienced, and I was totally lost. I was confused. I didn't understand. I spoke to people. Nobody believed me. I started getting messages like, it was like Edgar Casey. Like, he would go to sleep and I would go to sleep and I would have these visions and I would be speaking. I hear these voices and things that were future things, events, things that was going to happen. I was writing them down, and understanding. I mean, I had to learn terminologies of awakening, these systems, the how you say it, ascension symptoms. I had to research all this. I had to do it on my own. On my own. Then from one book to another book to another book to another book, and then everything started to activate. That's when I started drawing. I started feeling, seeing things. My hands. I feel energies in my hands. I feel the energy. I don't know how to explain this, but it's always in my hands. I feel my crown chakra very activated. Something in the brain. It's like, I can't explain it. There's a field in front of me, and I see portals. I see the star systems. I didn't understand what was it, but now I know what it is. I see the Palladium star systems. I see certain Sirius systems. I see certain stars in the field, in my field, right here in front of my... Am I tweaking? I think it's awakening. Awakening. Realizing the gifts that we have are starting to activate the higher consciousness. It's like I'm here, but I hear. I don't know if you know about a radio station, the frequency. It's like you move to here, it's a little staticky, but then you move over here, it's like, where is it? I don't care. I really don't care who laughs, who makes fun, because I hear it. It's like you telepathically very connected to everybody. You hear their voices. You understand what they're saying. You know, it's like, whoa. But that's what happens when you sit by yourself and you go within, you start to activate your DNA strands. And the ones that I think there was a channeling yesterday by the Lyrans. They said the 3 to 6, so 3 to 6 is being activated strands, DNA strands. I believe I'm up further than the 6. I believe that when you are an ancient old soul, we already did this before. We open up higher consciousness dimensions. We are multi-dimensional beings. I didn't know what that was until I started reading about it. I read the book with Dr. Joe Dispenza, The Quantum Field. The human, I forgot the name of his book. And it's so sad because I lost that book in my storage room. I lost lots of books in the storage room. It is what it is. Do I sweat it? No. That's material. I could always replace it. Lost pictures of my children when they were little. Do I sweat it? No. It is what it is. I don't have attachments to anything or anyone. I learned how to release those attachments. Let go. The grieving of my son, I had to learn how to let that go. When my brother passed away from I didn't even cry. I was totally shocked. I was like, something is different here. I'm not crying. I'm in the hospital. I'm seeing my brother trying to be brought back to life, and I'm just there looking at it. And they're pumping him, trying to revive him. And I see everybody else crying, but I'm not crying. I'm like, I am full control of my emotional body. I am very, very thankful because it would have been a different story. It would have been a different story. I remember with my son, they said, oh, you can't go visit your son and identify his body because you wouldn't be able to handle it. White people think I'm not able to handle anything. White people think that they could just, siphon my energy. And white people think that. Do they really think they have that much power over people? People really think, or do these beings really think that they have power? That they can't tell you what? No, they don't. They don't. Don't ever let anyone tell you, like, don't tell me what I could see, what I cannot see. I'm going to go see my son behind that wall, right? Identify him. Right, Anthony? Even though he didn't look the same, it is what it is. That's my child. Okay? And I slept just fine the next that same. I slept fine. Nothing scares me. I'm not scared of anything or anyone. If something's going to happen, it's going to happen because God, because of God. I work with the God energy. I don't work with any other energy but God. Source, creator. And That's how I walk every day of my life. Without fear, without, I see everything. That's what they want you. They want you to be in fear. Oh, you can't take my energy. Oh, you're not good enough. Oh, whatever. You know what? Let them say whatever they want to say. It's okay. It's okay. But my telepathy, the gift of telepathy is very heightened. Uh, the gifts of the veil is already lifted, so you see things like it's you see it all. When spiritual realm, we roam in that. It's like, yeah, higher consciousness, level of consciousness. We're multi-dimensional beings. We could be here one moment, we're in another dimension the next. That's how, for those who are in this energy, I don't know. This is my experience. I speak from my experience. I don't speak from anybody else's experience but mine. I know the world, the place that I'm at. I don't do drugs. I don't drink alcohol. I drink water. Water, 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 water. I don't pop no pills for anything. Nothing. Nothing. I'm not on medication for depression. I'm not on medication for pain. They wanted me on all that pain medication, all that what is it, fentanyl. You know, they was giving me fentanyl, but they was giving it to me. I said one time it was a pill, but it was a patch, and the patch of fentanyl was so powerful that I would put it on the area that I was supposed to put it at in like 10 minutes, 5 times. I was already nauseous. It was not for me. I don't like nothing to control my mind. Anything to alter my mind, I don't like. So I didn't like to be in that low, like I did zombie type. I remember my sister used to say when I used to take Ambience that I did something that I didn't remember what I did. I was like, what? The Ambien was a certain medication. It's for you to sleep, but if people did things under Ambien that they had no idea that they were doing these things. And then if you had went out to a party and that night you drank an Ambien the night before, it has an effect on your vessel. And that Ambien played the major role in, it was like, I don't know what that Ambien had, but it was not good. So when my sister said I said things or I did things, I was like, no, I didn't. She was like, yes, you did. I was like, you know what? I'm not taking that medication anymore. Ambien was a medication that the doctor described. They prescribed me clonopins, things to keep you from awakening. Like, I didn't know that there was a lot of MK Ultra being done. It's like mental blockages being placed. We learn and we say thank you. I'm still here. Not addictive to no medication, not addicted to drugs, not addicted to alcohol. I'm very thankful. Experienced so much. and I'm here to share my journey. I don't know how long I've been here. I've been here for a long time, right? Mm. Well, this journey of my hair growth as well has been, I don't know if you guys seen my other videos, but I had my hair down to here. There was things that were being done for me to lose my hair. It was like but when I talk to my hair, so I'm always talking to my hair. Very thankful and very grateful for it. This is my connection to source. I always knew this was a connection to God. When I was young, my hair was very long and I had it past my butt, way real long. And I used to like, why you don't cut your hair? I was like, no, that's my connection to God. I always said that was my connection to God. I always loved God. And I always knew there was difference between Jesus and God. Because God is the source, the creator, the Father. And Jesus is the Son of God. Who the Son of God, God uh, came into, well, you know who Jesus is, right? If you don't know who Jesus is, you need to learn about the true, who Jesus truly is. Because he's a very high dimensional being. He walked on water. He healed the sick. He made things happen. That's because his frequency was very high. He was a very high vibrational being. The reason why there's no body for Jesus is because he ascended. He's a star seed. And these are secrets that have been hidden from humanity. There are certain things in the Bible that are not true. Certain things that were uh, made to look one way when in actual it was another way. But all that is going to be rewritten all over again. History needs to be rewritten all over again. Because Christopher Columbus did not discover America. America, this planet was already discovered. Okay. It was already here billions of years ago. Billions. There were dinosaurs, there were unicorns, there were all types of creatures that were called myths, but they were true. So yeah, my mission has changed from reading tarot. I was reading tarot cards first, then I was reading um, general cards, whatever, general readings, whatever, collective reading. That was, now I am guided to do I may do light language. When the ancestors, when the guides, the spirit, my benevolent, whenever they want to come out and do a light code, they will come out. There's an activation. It's up to you to receive. See, now my crown chakra is going. They love, they love, they love, they love. I just love you guys. You guys are so amazing. They love when we talk about them. They really do. They really do love when we speak about their healing technique, their energy, their vibration. They really, really are very loving. And I'm honored. I am so honored to be part of their family. I'm honored. Guys, I just want to say thank you for being here. I'm calling it a night. I don't celebrate the holidays. I don't go out and be with anyone to celebrate Thanksgiving. I think we need to be thankful every single day of our lives, every single moment, everything that we have in our lives. We got to be thankful and embrace the things that we have, the things we don't have, our health, our loved ones, if you are with your loved ones, and pray for them and send them nothing but healing. I thank God, thank God, thank God for the roof over your head, the bed that you are laying on, the people that are in your life. Thank each and every one of them for their service. Thank the systems that have helped you. Every organization that has been part of your life. Just be thankful. From the tissue that you have to clean your butt, the toothpaste, toothbrush, the water, the air, the sun. Let's unite in love. Let's create peace on this earth. Let's not cause any more separation. I love you. I thank you. I wish you all well. Have a blessed night. And I'll see you in the next one.